Fire in the hole, let's cook a chicken. Stay tuned, Sandra, you're gonna love this one. Hello and welcome to my backyard. Today we're gonna be cooking up a stuffed Cajun chicken. And the way I know it's a Cajun chicken is I asked her name, she said it was Henrietta Boudreau. So enough of the jokes, let's get to cooking. We got some bacon in the frying pan that we're gonna render down some of that bacon fat, because as you know, that's the best stuff to cook with, aside from, let's say, maybe Sang stir-fry oil, which might be pretty good to cook with. But you can't beat bacon. Just got some bacon in there. Gonna get it rendered down, get some of that fat in the frying pan, because that'll help us cook up the rest of this stuffing. So we got that pretty much cooked up a little bit. What we're gonna now add is this is a very famous Cajun Holy Trinity. We've got celery, bell pepper, and onion. We need to get that in there and get that cooking. So I'll try to, we'll skip ahead so I won't bore you with this, cooking up the veggies. That's just part of this stuffing, the bacon. Let me get that cooked up and we'll skip ahead to the next step. Okay, my onions, bell pepper, and celery are getting sweated down. So what we're going to do now is season it up with some Tango Joe's Cajun rub, which is a really nice spice blend. If you haven't tried Tango spice, I invite you to go in the description of this video and you'll find a link to the Tango Spice website and get yourself some. He's got lots of great flavors and blends, and if you want to try some for free, leave me a nice comment on this video and I'll give away a couple of jars of it to one lucky subscriber. But meanwhile, go buy some. You know, get up off your wallet and go buy some Tango Spice. It's good stuff. Anyway, what we're going to add next is some garlic and jalapeno pepper that's been diced up. That's going to give it a nice kick to it. We'll get that stirred up. And our stuffing for our chicken is almost together. We got to cook that down a bit and I'll bring you right back. We'll add the next ingredient. I won't bore you with that. Stay tuned. So what I got here is a cup of cooked rice that we're going to throw in that pan, into that frying pan for my chicken stuffing. I'm going to break that up a little bit. I got to kind of cook and talk at the same time. Get my rice up, incorporated up in there. Anyway, excuse me. This is Roger Wood Andouille sausage. We're going to take a link of that. Andouille sausage is a sausage that the Cajuns developed specifically to put into gumbo, but it's great all by itself. What we're going to do now is I'm going to dice that up, dice up some of that andouille sausage and get that in my stuffing, and that pretty much is what's in the stuffing. Some diced andouille, we got some cooked rice, and the other things that I mentioned earlier. My stuffing's coming along. Let me get some of this sausage diced up. Doesn't have to be real finely diced, but I want to cut it up pretty small. I don't want it to be big chunks of sausage in there. I probably should have done this ahead of time, but I wanted to show you the package of sausage, the Roger Wood Andouille sausage. So let me get some of this in the pan so you can see what that looks like. That's about a half of what I'm going to put in there. Let me scoot over to my pan. Okay, you see I got the rice in there and the andouille sausage, and I'm not done. You know, I got to cut up some more of that andouille and I got to break that rice up. And we only have to cook that up a little bit more, and then we're going to cool that down, and we'll get Henrietta Boudreau out here and we'll give her a nice stuffing with that rice and veggies and andouille sausage. So stay tuned. There's the star of the show, Mrs. Henrietta Boudreau. Mrs. Henrietta, how do you feel about being stuffed with andouille sausage? Ah, it sounds good to me. Okay, well, then without further ado, let's get that stuffing inside of you. Might be better if I hold her up like this and spoon the stuffing in into Mrs. Henrietta on her inside. Oh man, that stuffing smells good. Yes sir, that smells really good. Well, let me get Henrietta stuffed up and then I'll bring you right back and show you what that looks like. We'll get it on the pit barrel cooker. It's already smelling and looking delicious, so stay tuned. Okay, Mrs. Boudreau is all stuffed up with that andouille sausage stuffing. We're going to take some Sang stir-fry oil and rub on the outside of her everywhere that we can reach. All over the top of her. Give her a good rub down with that. And then we'll hit her with some Tango Joe's Cajun rub. And now Mrs. Henrietta Boudreau is a Cajun chicken, officially a Cajun chicken. She's as Cajun as Tango Spice. He's Cajun because he's in the Red Stick Mafia, along with JB and the boys. You know who I'm talking about. JB and the boys, you know who I'm saying. They're all down there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They're looking at my Cajun chicken and they're saying, man, I'd like to have me some of that yard bird, what he got there. So there he is. I'll get him on the pit barrel cooker. He looks good enough to eat already. And we'll show you what that looks like, so stay tuned. There's Mrs. Boudreau on the pit barrel cooker, which is already coming up to temperature. We're going to insert the rods into the cooker because you don't cook without the rods inserted. And that blocks your view of that beautiful food, but that's cool. Get the rods inserted, put the cover on. It's going to cook about an hour or until we get a internal temp of around 165 on our bird. Then we'll take them out, and I got them 2 pieces of andouille that I stuck along the side of her. And we'll take a taste of that. But first, let's drink a beer. I'm dry. Stay tuned. There's the Frosty Root Boy mug. My new Frosty Root Boy mug. And here's today's beer. Another one of Steve Mitchell's gifts to me from Black Rocks Brewing Company. Grand Rabbits. Dry hop cream ale. Release the rabbits, it says. And it says a refreshing dry hop cream ale, ideal for the porch, the beach, canoe, or campfire. Made with pure Lake Superior H2O. Brewed and canned by Black Rocks Brewery, Marquette, Michigan. 5.5% alcohol by volume. Let's pop the top off of it, pour it out. A cream ale. I'm not familiar with cream ales. Oh, it's beautiful. It's very pale. Very, very blonde ale. Look at that. It's almost white. Look at that stuff. How's that look? Oh, it's got a nice bit of head on it too. Dry hopped cream ale. Release the rabbits. Isn't that beautiful? That's a very nice looking ale. Let's get a sniff of that. I wonder how that smells. Cream ale. It's very light. It's got a very light aroma. Not that it's light beer. It's 5.5 ABV. Let's quaff the froth off it, Roll. What do you think? Wow. That's very... It's not got a very heavy flavor at all. It's very light. Not that it's light beer. Grand Rabbits. Dry hop cream ale. That's pretty good. I gotta tell you, I'm liking that. Thanks, Steve. Awesome beer. We'll be drinking more beer from Steve in the next few weeks. He sent me a buttload of them. So anyway, that's today's beer. Grand Rapids. Cream ale. Dry hop cream ale. Dry hopping. Amazing. Very good. Alright, let's get a taste of that chicken. Stay tuned. Okay, my stuffed and smoke roasted chicken is done. We're going to get a taste of that right now. I'm going to cut into that puppy. I got some andouille sausage right here. Look at that andouille sausage, baby. That stuff's looking right. Let me tell you what. Let me carve off a piece of that. Let me carve off a piece right off of the breast of that thing. Right there. Let's see how that looks. carve a piece of that breast, boy. That's beautiful. Nice piece of white meat. Cut that up a little bit into bite-sized chunks, as it were. Piece of andouille. I'm going to get some of that stuffing out of there. Some of that andouille and rice stuffing. Got me a nice little plate right there. I don't have a fork. I could use a spoon, I guess. Let me show you what that looks like. Hang on. There's my plate. I got some of that andouille sausage. I got some of that stuffing. Let me get a taste of that stuffing. Don't that look good? What do you think, Sandra? Mmm. Oh, that tastes great. That tastes excellent. Mmm. Chicken is perfect. Moist and tender. Delicious. Okay. Last week, I didn't do so good, but this week, I hooked it up, babies. I got the hookup. I got the andouille hookup. Look at that sausage. Does that look good? Huh. Holy snapping Martha. That is outstanding. Let me tell you what. That's delicious. The stuffing's excellent. And I'm digging this cream ale. Steve, it's awesome. That's my video, babies. That's an awesome chicken right there. Oh man, that is excellent. That stuffing is a perfect side dish for your chicken. Mmm. I'm loving it. So you know what I always say? Let me get a swig of that. Ah, that andouille is spicy. You know what I always say, babies? If you like this crap, please subscribe. It's down here in the corner. If you don't, go see my boy Chris Biggs. He's just starting out on YouTube. He's got some videos going on. He's a cool dude. He's cooking up some cool stuff. Go check out Biggs. Nice guy. And as always, come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but we will drink a beer. And this Cajun stuffed chicken is bona fide. Bona fide, baby. I challenge any Cajun in the state of Louisiana to make something better than that. That's awesome. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next week.